Akumajou Special Boku Dracula-kun, or Kid Dracula as it's often called in the West, is basically Castlevania Jr. It's not technically part of Castlevania canon, but it's a great spin-off and a fun parody of the series. Released exclusively on the Famicom in Japan in October 1990, Boku Dracula-kun is very much a game of its time. Weirdly, comparisons to the Mega Man games are probably more apt than the NES Castlevania titles. The game is a colourful romp through castles, outer space, and even New York City. It's definitely not your typical Castlevania game. Platforming is the name of the game here, jumping over gaps, shooting enemies, even gaining a new power after each boss fight. This is a Mega Man style game through and through. What I love about Boku Dracula-kun is that it took a beloved franchise that Capcom were obviously very serious about and created a new title aimed at a completely new audience in a more or less completely different style. It sounds like a recipe for disaster, but honestly, it's a great little game. It's full of fun, well-designed enemies, like the flying witches in the sky level and the knights in the clock tower stage. There's a boss at the end of each level, and they're never too difficult or frustrating. The game certainly isn't easy, but it's a much less difficult proposition than a traditional Castlevania or Mega Man title. I'm not fully in love with everything in Boku Dracula-kun. I'd probably pick most other Castlevania games over it, but again, it's not really going for the same thing as those games are. Maybe I'm just too stupid to find them, but as far as I can tell, there aren't the secrets and hidden items that you'll find in a Castlevania game. I walked around shooting walls as much as I could, but I never found a roast chicken. Thanks to its light-hearted cartoon nature, it doesn't have the cool horror theme that I love in traditional Castlevania. Kid Dracula has nothing on Simon Belmont or Alucard. But that's not a slight on the game. For what it is, it's a really charming and fun-filled platform adventure. It's really worth tracking down and playing through, especially if you've got the Castlevania bug. It's no Symphony of the Night, but honestly, what is?